All right, so this video is all about the transfer admission guarantee process through the University of California system. And the transfer admission guarantee we refer to as the tags. So you can find tag information on the Transfer Center website under resources by going here. And so you can find all kinds of information here that I'll be going over. So you can tag to one campus, and 6 of the 9 campuses participate in the tag. So at this point, UCLA, UC San Diego, and UC Berkeley do not participate in the tag program. So the tag is basically you write a contract with one of the UCs that participate. Let's say UC Irvine, you decide to tag to. You have to meet that criteria, which is higher than regular admissions criteria. You don't have to have a tag to get into a UC, but it's just nice to have that guarantee that you will get into one of the UCs if you meet that higher level criteria. So sometimes what you have to do is review the criteria for all the campuses to see, well, which ones are you eligible to tag to, and then make your decision from there. So in order to tag to one of the 6 campuses, you have to have 30 UC transferable units by the end of a summer term prior to tagging. The tag applications are due in the month of September of the same year that you'll be applying to a UC. So students who applied for fall 2020, they wrote their tag in September of 2019. And so the other requirements of the tag vary by campus. So we'll go ahead and stick with that UC Irvine example. If you tag to UC Irvine and then you apply to UCLA and UC Berkeley, and let's say you get into UC Berkeley, you can tell UC Irvine, thank you so much, but I'm going to go to UC Berkeley. So as a student, you are not tied to that tag campus, but the campus, if they've offered you the tag, then, or you meet the tag criteria, then they have to guarantee you that admissions, okay? You do have to maintain the tag criteria through the spring semester. So you have to keep the GPA up, finish the coursework, that type of thing. So in order to tag, you work through the UC Transfer Admission Planner. And if you are UC bound, I highly recommend that you create a TAP account. It's a place where you can enter all your coursework and your grades. And then if you do a tag, you're halfway done. I mean, the tag application is not hard and it's free. And so I highly recommend you get started on that TAP account and then just update it every semester. It'll make the process that much easier. We do offer workshops in the month of September for tags. So we will go through the criteria and also look at your tag application to make sure that it is correct. The UC Tag Matrix provides a lot of useful information. And so what this does is it walks you through the criteria that you have to have done. So like I mentioned, the 30 semester units have to be completed, and those are UC transferable units. And then you have to meet the 60 transferable units by the end of spring. And so in here, see if I can make this a little bit bigger. They have the campuses going down the left-hand side and then questions going along the right. And so you can go through here and see what the requirements are. And so they have different information. Let's go into, I'm looking for a specific question here. Here's completion deadline for English composition and math. So this is one of the biggest things, that you have to have the admissions requirements completed typically by the end of fall. But you can see, like for UC Irvine, math had to be done by the end of summer. And end of summer 2019 for the first UC English course, end of spring for the second. So again, you have to go through this criteria to see which campus do you match the criteria for. So if you didn't have math done by the end of summer 19, obviously Irvine comes off the list, and maybe you look at Davis. Not every major participates in the tag either. And so here's a box that says majors that require major preparation, so you can go to those links. There's specific, GPA requirements. A lot of these are links, but here's Santa Barbara. You had to have a 3.4. Santa Barbara does it a little bit different. Both Santa Barbara and Santa Cruz, you had to have the GPA by the end of fall. So let's say you were at a 3.3 at the end of summer, you could potentially get that 3.4 by the end of fall. So that's something to take into consideration. Again, that GPA is much higher than regular admissions for Santa Barbara. So a 3.4, is much higher than regular admissions. I'm kind of stuck here. Hold on, my recording information is right over the box there. So what SRJC does is we take the tag criteria and we put it into SRJC language. So for example, here's Davis. So we review all the information for Davis and then we kind of write that up into basic information so that students can understand that a little bit better. So here for UC Davis, you can see you needed a 3.2 for the College of Ag, the College of Biological Sciences, and the College of Letters and Sciences. But for engineering, you need an overall GPA of 3.3. So different criteria for different majors. And then we can go into, let's go into psychology. So for psych, you can see you needed that 3.2 GPA, and then for the following courses, you had to maintain a 2.9 in the entire group of courses. So you need for Psych 1A, Math 15, and then the bio requirements. So you could either do Bio 2.1 at SRJC, or you could do Bio 10 or 12, along with Anthro 1 or Physio 1. So probably the bio and the Anthro is the most popular that students do at SRJC. So it's, for psychology, it's not that hard to be able to be tag eligible and to meet that criteria. Let's go back here. And so again, just taking advantage of the tag if you meet those requirements. And so the application for the tag is between September 1st and 30th. And you can meet with an SRJC counselor or, of course, myself, or come into the transfer center if you have questions. But again, if you're UC bound in the future, I would start that UC TAP account. And if you have any questions, let me know.